Good Monday morning. It's Monday. Very depressing. Actually, it's not. It's just another day. The whole Monday thing, that's made up by us. Monday could be a good day. Monday could be Sunday, for all you know. Man has made Monday. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'm just babbling. We are out in the shop. And I got some stuff on the bandsaw to do, and I got some stuff over there that's glued up, and I got some stuff right here that I'm gonna work on. That's actually part of what's on the bandsaw, and I got stuff to do. And you're gonna watch me do it, cause I don't know, you want to. You really have no life. You got nothing better to do, or you might actually find it interesting. Um, but like I said, you really have no life, and you got nothing better to do. So let's do the whole social media crap first and post the stream all over the place. One of these days I'm gonna get this computer replaced. Hey, look, I'm streaming, and I am streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. YouTube just told me I was streaming. Twitch doesn't tell you anything, which I'm kind of neither here nor there out. I really don't need to know I'm streaming. I kind of know this already. I have some cool ideas and I want to. We get some people in here. Oh, stop. Wait for the window to load with the little spinny balls because this thing's an ancient piece of junk. Okay. Oops, don't want to do that quite yet. Select copy. So I don't have to retype because I'm a terrible typer. I should read this before I hit post. But I'm a dumbass and don't, so. Search people. I don't need to search people. I have a feeling social media is all gonna change in the near future. Whether it's good or bad, no clue. I just have a feeling it's gonna change and it really doesn't need to. No, it does to some extent, but alright. Everything's posted. I can quit Safari and get back into the real world. Alright, so I have a board here I want to make. This will be a charcuterie board. These are kind of leftover scraps from other stuff that really aren't scraps. They're kind of big chunks. Um, I want to put a walnut in the middle, but I kind of want it bigger. And put the, it'll be a charcuterie board. So I want this wider, and I don't want to have to seam it. And these are kind of nice pieces. So I might save them for something else. So I'm going to cut a piece on the bandsaw for that. I have, before I start that though, I have a glue up to unclamp from last night that came to me in the middle of the night. I did this kind of late last night. I shouldn't say late. It was like 7, 8 o'clock. That's late for me. I'm an old fart. Oh crap! This is heavy. So here it is. That's a pretty board, but it's really pretty because I edge banded it. I don't know if you can see it on there, but well, just want to put this in here and not knock anything over. Sort of. So let's unclamp it and then see how it came out. Because I kind of want these clamps because I got another one over here that I was working on at the same time that I want to try. That's really going to be cool. Oh, right. I just spaced it up. Because these were a little bit thicker and I knew they were deliberately. It shifted here, unfortunately, but that's all right. So, yeah, this is a big, fairly large board for someone. It's a semi-pre-order. I don't think they realize they're getting it yet, but it's just stripes, which is still very nice. It's not the whole randomy thing, but I striped the edge. And when I profile it, it should look really cool because it's wingy, Padauk, walnut, and maple in layers. So I'm hoping I can hit the 45 right on the joint of the maple or the walnut and the Padauk and get a nice pitch there. And this should look really cool, this edge banding. So I'm gonna let that sit for now because I just unclamped it and let the wood relax a little bit. Put the clamps away. These, by the way, you can download the print. These are 1/2 inch. Remember, these are 1/2 inch, not 3/4. I know 3/4 standard, but I hate 3/4. I just think I should say I hate 3/4. 3/4 is fine. 3/4 pipe clamps are fine. I'm finding the 1/2 inch are just better. They're lighter. They're easier. They're plenty freaking strong enough. I mean, a 1/2 inch freaking iron pipe is ridiculously strong. But they're just easier to handle and maneuver. But I like the Betsy's with the feet. I actually like the release right here on these are Harbor Freight, but they don't come with little feet for the 1/2 inch. You can get Harbor Freight with feet 3/4, but not for 1/2 inch. I just prefer the 1/2 inch pipe. It's just smaller and lighter. These are the Betsy's. They bind up every single time. It's like they dig too deep into the pipe and I can't get it to release. You have to like pound on it and they don't slide very well. Now, that could be the pipe too. I mean, it's just cheap, I don't know, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, Home Center, cheap iron pipe. But it is gasoline. So it should be, fine. But it does not like to release. It definitely, you can see where, it's been used. It digs into the pipe. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But yeah, I prefer the 1/2 inch and my little 3D printed feet, though far from perfect. I mean, you can see it's kind of warping, but it does hold. And I mean, it holds the board up. And I think I can actually edit this a little bit to fit better there. But they work. I may do a small edit. I'm out of TPU like this. This is actually, believe it or not, I'm using a really super cheap TPU because the super cheap TPUs generally are stiffer. I actually just bought some Inland TPU, which was super cheap on sale. And it's way too flexible to do these. If I put this down here like this, the legs would just buckle under. It's too flexible, which is good for other things. A lot of people want the super flexy. You know what? I'm not gonna put those away because I'm gonna have them out again to glue stuff up here again. But the TPU is for this particular project, you're actually better off having rather stiff TPU. You want it flexible, but you don't want it stupid flexible. You're not making tires here. You're making structural pads, a soft plastic. I actually think the flexible PLA might even be better. So, the first thing I want to do is deal with this. These are going away. I'm not using these. I'm going to use this. And right here, this is where I stopped cutting this one because it's got a knot here. It's got chunks missing here. But I have a good big clean section before I hit these. And this would even be okay in a charcuterie board. That I wouldn't want. There's a crack here, but that's at the very end, so it can be cut off in length. So what I think I'm going to do is just buzz off about a ½ inch of this on the bandsaw, clean it up, and then make a strip to go in here. I may make 2 strips to go in here. I'm also going to thin these all out so they're all about the same thickness, so I don't have to run it through the planer as much. The thinnest thing I have here is the Purple Heart, so I'll probably set it to that. So it'll be kind of a thick charcuterie board because that's easily 3/4 of an inch. But first off, we got to get the chair out of the way. We're going to turn the power on to all the tools. How much dust do I have in my dust collector bin? It's not quite half. It's a little over half full. Got plenty. And we will put on the apron, even though people make fun of me now. I don't care. I was told I look like Mario Brothers because of my hat and the apron, which is fine. It's saving me laundry, so I don't care. It is kind of a piece of junk, but you know what? Again, at this point, I really don't care because it's working. It is helping save my clothes. So we have to put safety glasses on. We need to take this over to the bandsaw, my lovely Lacuna bandsaw. And I think I set this all up already to do what I want, the way I want. And yeah, let's just do it. Oh, I didn't set it up because I didn't tighten the blade. That was pretty dumb. Okay, you can stop now. Let's tighten the blade up. That helps. Is this thing tight? I already set the height, and I didn't tighten this up either, did I? Just thought of that. Hey, it's a morning. It's a Monday morning. I'm allowed to be a dumbass once in a while. Let's, since I did that, let's make sure the blade's going to spin properly. All right. So let's try that again. That seems to be working. That's still a good piece. I'm not going to throw that out. It just got a knot here, but I still got a good section here I can use for something. So it's still a good chunk of wood. It's just going to go in the save me pile. The save me random pile of stuff. So I still have a knot here, but I think it's, yeah, it clears this. I kind of wanted to go a little bit longer, but yeah, I may leave it in there. There's a little bit of a knot here, but I don't think that'll be an issue. That's all broken away. But I think what I will do is whatever thickness this is what I'll cut this at. Yes. Because then I can lay it flat and this will be the top or the bottom. So let's go set up the bandsaw for that because it'll be easier. I really like this bandsaw except for this fence. This fence is obnoxious. It's just not the greatest fence in the world. It's too hard to get accurate. Every time you turn it, it kinks, which is kind of annoying. It's hard to get it accurate. But it was free, and it was the only thing I don't like about it. And every other way about it, it's better than the Grizzly was. Not that the Grizzly was bad, because it certainly wasn't. It just is better. It's just like, it's just better. I didn't have my push stick ready. Then I want another one. There you. All right. I believe these will be two good boards for this. I may cut one more because I'm kind of liking the way this is. Don't have anything seriously ugly in here. Not really. And I can kind of do this, and then I can do this. Cut those off, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then that. This stuff is just like awesomely bizarre. And then these on the outside, and I like it. It's about perfect to what I want. And this thing is all kinked up on me in my back, and I can feel it. It's all twisted or something, and I can't figure out where to untwist it because it's on my back. And that's one of the things I don't like about this particular apron, is the way it twists up. With the straps, but I think that's a fixable thing. I just got to figure out how. It's cheap. Can't expect much. That's a little better. All right. So now I have to level all these things out. And I believe the Purple Heart is still the thinnest. Oh, I got really close to that. Come here, you. So maybe I'll just run all this stuff through the bandsaw too. That's just what I'll do. Get all the heights the same. But I need to flip this little goofy fence over. This is another thing. I feel it's kind of gimmicky. This whole up-down fence thing. It's almost as much of a pain as it is useful, if that makes sense. What does that not seem like it's enough? Let me go check. Oh, that's perfect. They're all level now. So that's good. I believe that's everything. I got a bunch of little twiggies here. But that was okay. So I'm going to have to clean some stuff up, but this should work. So that and that, but that's not going tight because there's some goo in the way. There's goo on it. I'm not seeing comments. What is up, Canadian Maker Project? How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, this is actually late for me. Like it's almost 10 o'clock. It's early for streaming, but it's not even early for me streaming. Sometimes I stream at like 6 or 7 o'clock, although not much lately. Alright, you gotta be a pain in my butt, don't you? Gotta get this goo off without damaging the rest of the surface. Because I want a nice flat glue up. I don't want to run it through the joiner, because then it'll change the width. Not that it's all that much, but come on, go away. There we go. Yeah, got it. Now that goes tight against there. Yep. And then the purple heart, and then the Dookie stuff, and then the other stuff. Wingay. And there we go. That will be a nice charcuterie board, serving board, which you guys really can't see, but now you sort of can. What's up, everybody? How's it going, Tim and Bear? Took me a minute. Your name's weird there, and I know who you are, and it took me a minute. Bear. How is everyone on this gloomy Monday morning? At least it's extremely gloomy here. And that should click right up just beautiful. I will bring this forward a little bit so I can get past this crack. Matter of fact, let me just cut that right off right now and save myself some headache in the future. Hey now. Don't be sliding away. Pain in my butt. Must collect the sawdust. It seems like it's still spitting out sawdust, because it is. It's still way, way better than no dust collection. That's a little better. And I want to bookmark this, which would be like that, or that, or that, or I kind of almost like it this way better than bookmark. Did I flip it upside down? I may have. I don't think so. It's kind of got a similar pattern on both sides. It's kind of bizarre. Now I don't know where I was. That looks like it right there. That would be book matched. Bookmarked, book matched. Same difference. And I think this edge needs to go through the jointer. It looks kind of rough. Well, it really doesn't look rough when you feel it. Is it burped? Not warped. Maybe it's just got to be clampicated. Yeah, I think when it clamps it, it'll, Maybe I'll just run it through the table saw real quick. And that side goes together. pretty cleanly. But this side really doesn't. Well, it's not terrible when you hold it. Trying to make the joint between the two as seamless as possible. Is it got some rocking and a rolling going on? Yep, on that side. So let's get this out of the way. This is another whole nightmare that I'll be working on in a minute. That's not even glued up. That's just temporary. Get all of this stuff out of the way. Pick up the tape measure. These can all go in the don't throw me away, but I'm not being used yet pile. These, I guess I'm going to clean them up. I think I am. All right, which edge do I want to clean up on the jointer? And then which edge do I want to clean up on the table saw? Which is which? And why, oh why, do I need to? Excuse me. Okay, that's the rocky side. Oh, that's just because there's a piece of junk there. It's really not that bad. Yeah, I'll run it through. That's definitely better. I can't even see a light between the two. I got the camera too low, though. You guys can't even see what the hell I'm doing. Not that you really can. I gotta find a way to get another camera in here. Oh, I need a better computer to do that. Oh, curmudgeon! Ads. Autocorrect errors. Dude, don't worry about it. I am the worst typist, autocorrectist, speakist. I am the worst at the English language. Foreign people speak better than I do. I am not good at English. Okay, which side did I just clean up? I can't tell. May not matter then. I'm guessing it was that side from the looks of it. They both look pretty clean. This one's got a little bit of a rock to it still. I think I'm going to run this one through one more time because I can tell it's this side I cleaned. This is the side I want to cut. my little knob fell off. What's up with that? The adjustment knob fell out. I like glue that in there or something. Because this is not the first time it's fallen out. It likes to do that once in a while. And I don't know why. So let's bring this over to about there. Maybe just a hair more. Let's actually take some off. Bring the blade up. I brought the vacuum over. Push stick, so I don't cut my damn fingers off. Let's just detension the bandsaw while I'm over here. And yeah, that looks good. Now we have some nice clean edges to glue up. Oh yeah, baby. That's nice and tight. Nice and tight. That's a knot there, but that is okay. Actually, maybe I'll make that part of the handle. How is it they look opposite here, but they look perfect here? It's like perfect book match. When I go to this side, it's not. It's like really weird. But that's life. See you next time during the stream? Sure. Taking off, are we, Tim? Something's not laying square because I clamp it on that side. It's right, but it's not on this side. And this is the side I kind of want up. It's not square, it's kind of like this. So it's hitting properly on the bottom. But it's not over there. Yeah. Clamp will fix that. It'll buckle a little bit, and then I'll run it through the planer because that looks freaking awesome right there. And all the joints look good just by hand clamping, so when I do a final clamping, they should be good. So I think it's time to glue it up. What do you think? I'm thinking it's time to glue it up. I think it'll be awesome. I think that's just what I need to do is glue it up. So let's bring the clampy clamps back out. Let's see, I gotta pull some tape off. Probably just about that much too. Yeah, a little more. Where are your tape end? The tape just keeps the black iron pipe stains the wood when the glue hits it. So by putting the blue tape on there, it just prevents it from staining. That's all. A little bit more. Where's my mark? Right there. Hopefully it'll just peel back to there now. And it did, sort of. Now that you guys can see it, you gotta get the tape off. Thought blue tape would make it easier, but a lot of people use packaging tape. I was hoping the blue tape would come off easier, which it kind of actually is. Just not as easy as I was hoping. I was hoping it'd be easier even. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just kind of obnoxious. There needs to be a better way. I wonder if you could, like, polycarbonate the pipe. Coat it with something so the black doesn't show. Or sand it. Okay, how much of this? I want to bring the end down a little bit. Do I? I think I'm going to just leave it flush. Leave it flush on the bottom. I'm going to bring this pipe over. I think that'll work. And I got this thing backwards, don't I? Dumbass. Okay, there's an easier way to do this, and I know it. It's called doing this. I kind of want to keep this all together now that I have it together. Oh, this ain't easier either. Just not winning today. That's all right. It's a Monday. You're not supposed to win on Monday, right? So, of course, I did this all freaking backwards. This one, which is all right. So I can just do that. And that's actually what I was hoping the blue tape would do. All right. That all looks like it's going to work. So, that one, and 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 this one. And this one can stay. Because it's special. It's special. What's up, Kit? What? Speak into my hearing cane, sonny boy. What? Do it the red green way. Duct tape and lots of it. No. Wood elf. Wood elfin. Okay. Not a clue what you're talking about, but I'm only half paying attention to chat. Sorry, guys, because I actually have stuff I got to get done. Got to get some stuff done. Because stuff's getting done. So, glue. Glue brush. I love that when you can just rub it off and the chunk of glue comes off. Silicone brushes are awesome. They are the best. You just kind of rub it on your hand and all the glue comes off. And then you're done. I think I need to get more glue. I'm going to do it right now. So I don't have to do it in the mid-glue up. I do need more glue. The glue's already over here. The glue's right here in front of the camera. Oh crap! Goo in the GooBot. Must put goo in the GooBot. Oh, the goo got thick. I don't like thick goo. I like thin goo. Come on. Fill that goo up. It's goo time. Lots of goo. Let's put it away this time. Where it belongs. Over here. Out of the way of everything else. Clean up the dry and crusties. These glue bottles seem like not a big deal. They are way better than using these. This is what I used to use. Problem with this is you stand it, the glue's all on the bottom, and you go to use it, you gotta turn it over and wait for the glue to pour down. These actually feed from the bottom. You just squeeze it and it comes up the tube here. So you lean a little bit and it naturally like goes right to where you're using it. They're freaking awesome. That's all there is to it. They're just freaking awesome. And spread some glue around. Excuse me, I got the burps. The hiccups, I mean, not the burps. The hiccups. I'm hicking upping. Because I'm a hick up. I'm not your normal everyday hick. I'm your up hick. And more glue. And more glue. And more glue. And more glue. And lots of glue. We like the glue. They need to allow us to play music on streams. I would love to have music right now. I think music calms the savage beast. And the thing is they could allow it, and actually instead of like penalizing you for doing it, they could make money off of it if they did it right. Because I could be free advertisement. In other words, if I'm playing music and I had the computer set up to say, okay, here's the song I'm playing, whatever, Jethro Tull today. This is the song. This is the album. This is where you can go buy it. It's free advertisement for them. And then I could have like Jethro Tull and the Beatles and Frank Zappa. And we could all be happy. And they could sell it because you guys would be like, who's Zappa? Because you're all young. And then you discover Zappa and you'd be like, I need me some Zappa. And you'd go buy some Zappa. And they'd make money because I have really good musical taste. Actually, I do. I like good classic rock. Anything from the late 50s to the mid 80s. Anything much beyond the 80s is garbage. Sorry. Don't really like rap. Although there are a few rap tunes that I will listen to. Not my favoriteest gender, but there are a few here and there that I will listen to. Alright, slide, bitch. And get this all lined up on the end. Not that it has to be perfect, because I'll get cut off anyways, but yeah, it just makes me feel better about it if it's somewhat square at the end. And then clamp it down, making sure it's tight down to the pipe, which is why I got the tape on there. And then same thing over here. Then you get plenty of squeeze out. I need proper rags. Got an old sock. I just like to get the bulk of the glue up. Don't need it all, just the bulk. Of course, I got more on my hands than I got off of the thing. But, that's life. Actually, do I need anything more than just one more in the middle? I kind of do. I think I'll use these. Because I got the outer edges are the little guys. These things are kind of crappy. But they work, sort of. You gonna catch or what? That wouldn't even catch into anything? I guess it did. Just need to go over a little bit. And crank her down. I do think I'm going to bring the other one over, but actually maybe I'll just use an F-clamp. Are these long enough? I hope so. They should be. I'm going to F-clamp right here. And actually I'll grab a little one for the very end. Because that's where the handle will be. And we want to clamp the handle. And I got a whole bunch of glue right here that I want to get rid of because I glued the full length of it. Alright, 5 minutes now. That we're trying. Little more squeeze out, which means I needed the clamp. And I believe that is successfully clampulated. It's very clampulated. And there's a lot of glue. Don't knock over the bottle. Lots of goo. We like to get rid of the goo. As much of it as we can anyways. Because it just makes cleanup later a pain. I've had people say, oh, but then you're just rubbing it into the surface. It's like, yeah, but I'm going to plane the surface off, so it don't matter. So there's one. One project board down. I got more glue on me than I did anywhere else. I think there's more glue everywhere but on the board. I think the board got the least amount of glue. It's on the table, it's on my hand. I think this sock's getting thrown out. I think that's its last time being used. Because it's got more glue on it than it's picking up. Alright, coffee break. Before the next nightmare. Hang out with you guys for 5 minutes. Have a coffee break. What's up, Kilroy? Haven't seen you in a while. Let's put my reading glasses on so I can actually see the screen. How is life? Yeah, the problem is that's like a fake plasticky sock, and putting water on it does absolutely nothing. It just beads up and erodes off because it's not a cotton sock, and it's what I happen to have. I don't actually have any. I do have some clean cloths, and here's the thing. I bought a while ago some, rag cloths like you see like they're the classic, you see on the back pocket of an old timer, automotive garage guy. They always have that red sock in their pocket or rag in their pocket for, cleaning the gas can, whatever. Well, I bought a bunch of those. They were fairly cheap, Amazon. They were blue instead of red. Probably have some around here somewhere. Work great. Everything's smashing. Except the blue dye bleeds. And I rubbed off some stuff and hit the maple with it, and my maple turned Dayglow blue, and it soaked right in, and I was very unhappy about it. It like soaked right into the maple and dyed the maple bright blue. It was very unpleasant. So yeah, I've kind of not been avoiding those. Um, I'm just using like scrap whatever I have in the house, mostly socks right now because it's the season change, and I wear like the ankle socks in the summer, and a lot of them are on their third or fourth year, and they're all stretched out. And so I've been using socks, but most of my ankle socks are sport athletic style. So they're the plasticky, they're not cotton. They're like polystyrene plasticky. They're actually really comfortable, and they do help, with sweat away and everything, but they're not cotton. I do have cotton socks, but all my cotton socks are good, and I'm not gonna waste them. Well, I got a bag over there. My father, when he passed away, he had like 4 bags of socks. He used to buy just old cheap cotton tube socks, so I do have those. Yeah, white T-shirts, but I don't have any white T-shirts. I burned through them all. I had some. I've used them all up. They have been regulated already. They've been pre-ragged. How the hell did I cut my finger? That's a pretty deep frickin' cut. I like sliced my finger open. Check it out. I don't even know what I did it on. It doesn't even hurt, but it's bleeding like a slim, and it's pretty deep. What the hell did I cut it on? Probably a corner of one of those boards. I found that Wingay, after you run it through the table saw, the Wingay and the Purple Heart, both. You run it through the table saw, the frickin' corner is stupid sharp, like razor sharp. Best glue removal for your fingers, right here. One of those stupid sandpaper cleaner thingies. You just rub it on your finger, and all the glue peels right off. Or most of the glue peels right off. It actually works really well. Just peels it right off. If you use a regular, wood glues. Yeah, well, I was gonna get white ones, but the blue ones were on sale. They were like literally like half the price, which is why I bought the blue ones. Which I won't make that mistake. um, I did. Uh, I did take the bag of them after that and throw them through the wash and added a bunch of bleach to it. So now they're like a light blue. They're not Dayglow blue. And what little I've played with them since then, they don't bleed anymore. But I'm not willing to take the chance when I'm working with some of this stuff. Some of these boards are expensive. Wood is freaking expensive, like really expensive. And I'm not taking the chance of wasting a board, $50, $60 worth of wood for a stupid 30-cent rag. I will use an old sock. Yeah, I got some right here. I mean, they're nice rags otherwise. I use them for other stuff. The hell they go? I mean, they're the basic, shop rags. And I actually like them for some stuff. I use them for cleanup of day-to-day cleanup stuff, but they are not ever touching the cutting board again. Not colored, anyways. I probably will order some white ones because I like them otherwise. And I've actually used a few of them, and depending on what I do with it, I have a bucket over there somewhere um, that I throw them in if it's recleanable. If I can rewash it, if it's something that's not gonna screw up my washing machine if it's just like sawdust or glue you can't wash because once it cures, it's not water soluble anymore. But like if I wax something with them, or I use the mineral oil on it with them, I'll throw them in the wash and reuse them. I use them for my keyboard on the computer once in a while. Yep, socks, white t-shirt, believe it or not, underwear. It's kind of gross, but yep. As long as you wash it, it's okay. Good old-fashioned underwear. But even that's all like colored now. And I don't wear tidy whities. Tidy whities are uncomfortable. So yeah, let's get on to the next project, which while I'm doing glue and making a mess, and now that I cleaned my fingers off, let's get them all covered in glue again. So this one is an unusual one I've been playing with. This is going to be a big longy one. I don't think it's actually going to be this long, but this is kind of a test. These are all scraps, cut-offs. Shouldn't say scraps because they're not actually scraps. This isn't glued together. I was just seeing how it would look. I was playing last night. At the end of the night, I was cutting these down to fit something, and I was getting these little strips off. And I'm like, this would be nice to take all of these cut-offs of black walnut and just make a black walnut one with like 2 little pinstripes of maple in it. And I was just playing with the layout. Now, while it's not glued up, is because I really wanted to try something a little different. So I wasn't sure I was going to use this. I was just test clamping it. So this is glued or anything. Here's the idea. Hey, no. So these are very thin strips. Nothing's falling off the bench because I already pulled it off the bench. So like most of these boards have issues, but that's fine for a charcuterie board as long as you're not actually like cutting on it. I could fill it with resin or something. The thought with this was, and I should cut this one down, these both down, that I could do a flex. And my thought would be, if you've seen a charcuterie board, you always have like a weird handle. Some people make them all perfectly symmetrical. I hate that. I find it boring. Yes, I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch today. So yeah, Kilroy's on YouTube. Who else is on YouTube? Old Curmudgeon was probably on YouTube if I know him. No, he's on. Canadian Maker Project was on YouTube too. Yeah, I'm doing Twitch and YouTube this morning. I don't know why. Mostly because I just hit the button and didn't not unhit the button. I just said screw it and streamed them both. I normally just do Twitch because I know Twitch gets all upset, but they'll get over it. They don't want to pay me their $4 or whatever I get for the stream. That's just fine. I don't really do it for the money. So anyway, the thought would be that I will glue this together, not put this in yet. Glue this up. Then either cut it on the bandsaw or the CNC with a piece of maple on top. So they are a matched cut. And then have like half of it walnut and half of it maple. Yeah, there's a bunch of people on Twitch. Come over to Twitch, Kilroy. I actually stream on Twitch almost like multiple times a week. I usually don't do YouTube anymore because YouTube doesn't pay me. And again, I'm not really doing it for pay. But I like that Twitch pays me, so it basically pays for itself. I pay about $100, $150 a year for my StreamYards account, and that's about what I make off of Twitch. So it's a break-even thing, and I can use StreamYards for free, basically, which is why I use Twitch more than I use YouTube now, because YouTube just has, in all honesty, I prefer the YouTube platform, look, feel, the way it works, but the requirements are too high. You can't. It just, when I stream at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't get a lot of people watching my streams because it's too damn early in the morning. So I don't have that many followers. It's just too many regulations with YouTube, where Twitch is just like, hey, I get like 40 or 50 people and blah, 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 and we'll throw up some ads and we'll give you $1 a day, which is, it's not a lot, but it's $1. I think I make like $10 a month, which pays for, again, it pays for my StreamYard account. So there's that. Yeah. So my thought would be to take this and kind of bend it. And what I really wanted to do, and I don't think I can do it with this, because I don't think it's that flexible without breaking. It's really not. I could probably steam it, but then it's all wet, and I gotta let it dry for a month. People steam stuff, and they don't realize you gotta let it dry for a month after, or else it won't hold right. Okay, Kilray's on Twitch. Cool. Everybody's on Twitch. Now you'll get an ad once in a while, which YouTube only shows you the ad in the beginning. Twitch does an ad like every 20 minutes or 30 seconds or something like that. I don't know. I have it set less than they want me to do more to get their higher payment out, but it's just too much ads. Not worth it to me. Anyway, the thought would be to curl it around and then have this curl into the handle as part of the handle, but I don't think I can flex this enough. It's not flexy enough. And I don't think I can cut it much thinner and have a decent face, because that's not even a great face. It's good enough when it's that thin because it'll compress when you clamp it. So I think I'm just going to do a pinstripe of the white and a black walnut board. So let me cut these down, which I will do on the bandsaw because I think it will do less chatter with these thin pieces than the table saw will. It needs to be about that thick. This thick or that thick? This thick. What am I doing? I probably had it right in the first place. Close enough. So let's cut these down. Let's tighten the band up. Give her a spin to make sure she's all set. And nothing's binding. See how this goes. Might just suck it down into the bandsaw. That worked all right. Do this one now. Well, that worked pretty easily, actually. I actually ended up with more strips, although they're a little too thin, so I'll put them over here. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll rip everything down and make it an actual charcuterie board thickness. And I could do multiple pinstripes. Nah, the one will be more of a better accent. I need to cut these heels off. So this one and this one. Does this one have a heel? No, it does not. So let's cut these two heels off. I probably shouldn't even bother moving the vacuum, but I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta find a better way to squeeze in there and change that vacuum. Yes, I know I can make the vacuum go to multiple, but this vacuum's too weak. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. All right. I think it's all scrappy scrap. I'll probably cut it with a knife. Or just cut it a little bit slower. So, a bunch of black walnut, 2 really thin strips of maple, and then more black walnut with a black walnut strip in the middle of the little maple strips. So that's what you end up with. And I kind of like it a lot, actually. This is the thin board. It's thinner than everything else. It's got a big chunk missing, which is why I put it in here in this test unit. This is going to end up smaller because all of this has got bad spots in it. Right there. Bring all the bad spots to the same side. How's that sound? For most of them. I was trying to book match it, but I'm not even going to bother. So I still got a little knotty knot there, which I think I'm just going to cut that right off. It's straight. Because none of this needs to be perfect anyways. There's no book matching. There's no nothing. So, hey now, helps if I can hang on to it. Give it all the tear out. Because it will make it not seam up good. Get rid of some of the saw marks. I'm not going to get rid of all of them because it's so thin it'll compact a little bit, but if I get rid of some of it, I'll get a better glue up. And it's definitely smoother. Which side's got the saw marks? This side. This one I actually want to sand a little bit more. It's got some bad saw marks in it. But if you get rid of most of them, and it's this thin, and you clamp it down, the wood fiber is compact, and it's going to give you a really good seam, believe it or not, when it's this thin. As long as it's not, like, gnarly. Which that should do with no problem. That looks really good, actually. I should have a good seam there. Should I cut that off? I think I should. I think I need to cut this off because I really don't want to see that. Matter of fact, do I have it over here? I'm going to cut this off right now, too. So I don't even think about using it. Then I will cut this piece out, which is a loose, chunky knot. It'll make this band a little thin, but oh well. It's a randomy kind of thing. It's a randomy kind of thing. That should be enough. If not, I can cut it again. I think that did it. Now the little knot's gone and the end's gone and everything is gone. And what I think I'll do is put it on the outside. I'm going to cut this off too. Bong, you got an email, Bong. an email bong. Cut all this off so I don't think about using it. Make sure it's all just peachy clean. Cut this off so I don't think about using it or don't see it on the back side. This one got A. Nope. That's good, that's good. Is this one good? That one's basically good. Got a little bit on the very end. Let's cut that off so I don't think about using it. And what I think I'll do is make it a little fatter right here. Even though this is a little long here. If I take the longy ones, put them all together down here, and the shorter ones here, taper it out like so, I can make the handle right here with this in the middle of it, and then have it curl out and go all charcuterie boardy, designy thing. And this is really warped, huh? Sure is. I could straighten that out. Yep. That can be straightened out. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. And I'll literally make the handle right in here. So the hole, if I even put a hole, I'm kind of liking the ones without a hole in the handle. Oh, curmudgeon, Kilroy, who else is here? Noise cancel didn't work this time? I'm sorry. I should warn you. I usually warn you guys. When I go to cut, I gotta remember to warn you. Loud noises coming at you. It's kind of expected. I think I will cut those off so I don't have to deal with them. I'm looking for a pencil and I got one right here. The vacuum chop box, it is. Let's see if I can do this without it splintering all over. You know what I can do? Put a scrap piece in front of it so it can't splinter. Oh, by the way, loud noise. Sorry, a little late on that one. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna make a loud noise 10 seconds ago. I can cut even more off. I'm gonna. It's gonna get loud again, guys. They do steal my scrap box. Right around there and there. Scrap block in front and cut. Yeah, it's still splintered, but only on the cut off, which I expected anyway. Alrighty. I think this will be really cool. But just have the one pinstripe going down it. What do you think? Think that's awesome or what? I think it's awesome. So, tough crap if you don't. I need more pipe clamps. I need to call my brother. I think, crap. I don't want him spending the money. I got the money in the business account. I want, I don't know, 3 or 4 more half-inch pipe clamps, at least. Because I'm liking that over. I like using pipe clamps over these frickin' F-style, J-style pipe or clamps. They're just way better for this kind of work. These are great. I mean, they work, but The pipe clamps are so much better. And I have more, but they're all huge. I could just cut the pipes down, I guess. But they're all 3/4 too. I do have one longish 1/2 inch, which I might use. I got 3 or 4. I got a bunch of freaking 3/4. I got these things. Never used these. These are my father's. I've never tried these things. They really don't have a whole lot of adjustability. It's just like clamp and you're done. You can't like tension it. Yeah, that ain't happening today. Those actually belong over here with the straight edge ones. I got a massive clamp. You guys want to see something antique? Yeah. I could probably get money for these. These are my grandfather's. He gave them to me years ago when I first started doing construction. And actually, my father's been hanging on to them. I'd forgotten I even got them. These things are like from the 50s or 30s or 20s. They're huge iron pipe clamps, I-beam clamps. I've got like a dozen of them. But they're holy crap. They are freaking heavy. And not really what I need for doing this kind of work. But I got them. So if I ever want to do like big, massive panel glue ups, I can. But I don't see myself using them anytime soon because they're just huge. So I have these 2 1/2 inch left. I got this one and this one. These were both my father's. I'm pretty sure by looking at this is a Harbor Freight, which is fine. I have no problem with the Harbor Freight one. This is a Jorgensen, I know that. Pony? Oh, it's a Pony. I thought it was a Jorgensen. But this thing's terrible. These are one of the most expensive ones you can buy, and it's probably the worst one you can buy. I'm sorry, they just are. They're terrible. But they work. It's clamp. It works. So I think I will use them for the primary clamp up. So I need to tape them. A bit. Let's bring the winders back. So this is approximately just short of 7 inches, so 6.5. So if I rip off 6.5 inch pieces of tape, the only downside of pipe clamps, six and a half right to that piece of dust. Close enough. That way, right there, they don't get covered in glue. We don't like them covered in glue, even though they already kind of are. So, I think I like this layout. I think I like everything about this other than that one board that's warped, but there's not much I can do about that. So, we'll save those for the after clamping. This can come out here more. Stop moving. I want feet. I want pipe clamps with feet. This is dragging the clamp around because it's got no feet. Alright. That looks about a good positioning for those. I need more space. I built this bench going, that bench is going to be plenty big enough. It's not big enough. Never big enough. You never have enough clamps, and your bench is never big enough. One thing I've learned. So there, these I will go up there, 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 and there. This one can stay. So So let's start doing some glue up. Oh, can somebody please block him? Anybody on frickin' YouTube? I have to go on YouTube and block this frickin' moron. What's even the point of that? Why do these guys even do that? I mean, who does anybody ever follow those links? There's a porno guy on YouTube. Kilroy or Old Curmudgeon, can one of you guys go on YouTube and kill that guy? Pretty sure I got you as a mod on YouTube, don't I, Old Curmudgeon? I can do it if I have to. I can do it on frickin' my phone. Or can I? Yeah, I think so. Your channel. I'm live. You got him? Thanks, Gilroy. Appreciate it. Oh, Vince is on there. Hi, Vince. Everybody else is on. This is the other reason I don't stream on YouTube much, because you get a lot more of that on YouTube. That's why one of the reasons I don't stream on YouTube as much anymore. Again, I only am this morning because I accidentally hit the button. And I just left it. It was like, whatever. Otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming on YouTube right now. Glue driplets everywhere. I need a bigger silicone mat, too, so my glue driplets don't get everywhere. But that's life. Oh, well. Let's just glue up some stuff. Let's get all gooey. Ooey, gooey, rich and chewy. We like the goo. The goo is good. I want everything level on this end, I think. Is what I planned. Too much glue is better than not enough. And anyone that tells you different is lying to you. They be lying to you. It's a pain in the ass. But the only more of a pain in the ass is the glue not holding. That's a pain in the ass. Because it has happened. So I'm like, oh, I'm putting too much glue down. No, you're not. There's really, well, I don't want to say there's no such thing, but any reasonable amount, as long as you get a good coverage, like that's not enough. Especially on these thin ones, I want a little extra. So if there are any gaps from this not being as well surfaced, it will fill it with glue and you won't see it. How's that for an answer? God, this is, I wish I could show that. See how the marbleization, or there's a word for it. I'm just drawing a blank right now, but the grain of the maple, just gorgeous. And I'm gonna bury it in the board. Oh well. And this one last. I think I need a little more on there, just a tad right here. So a nice coat where it's going up against those thin ones and I'm tripping. That's okay. And there we go. Put the cap on. Get this sucker out of the way. I gotta design a little like brush holder. Come on, slide. Crank her up. Okay, why are those not going down flat? Kind of puckered up. Kind of puckered up. We can fix that. Not puckered up anymore. I know why, because of this. This head's too bobbly. People think these ponies are great. They're like one of the most expensive bar clamp you can buy. They're like $20 just for the two things, not even including the pipe. Betsy's are expensive, and they're not even as bad as the ponies. All right, let's grab one of Dad's socks. Brand new one, still in the box. And you know what I like to do with socks? I put it on. Makes a good, easy wiping. And sort of protects your hand from the glue. Sort of. Sort of, kind of. Kind of, sort of. Right here, I think. And I think this one's long enough. It will go this way. That pipe is so freaking long. Bottom's all flat. It looks all different. They're all different heights. I was thinking this was bowing up, but it's not. It's just the bottom's sort of flat enough. It's got to all go through the planer anyways. A couple more clamps. I want to make this the handle. So I want to clamp across here if I can. If I can. I think I'll do one more right here. And that should be enough. Actually, I want the handle on the other side because I can't get my damn fingers in there. Tighten it. Clamp away, baby. It's a clampy kind of day. It's kind of clampy outside too, or clammy. So everything's clamped. It's clampy. This pipe is way too long. It's a long pipe. But I can use it for a handle, I guess. Carry it around by. Alright, another board glued up. That one should be interesting. I haven't done one like more solid colored like that. I usually do like all the fancy freaking multicolor yeehaw stuff. So that's the majority of what I really wanted to get done today, except for this one. I forgot about this one. This one I gotta clean all up now. This is gonna be a nice freaking board. It's huge too. It's a big board. Big board. So I glued the from maple to or cherry to cherry up, and then last night I glued this up, and then I came out here late last night, unclamped it all, and just glued these two ends onto the whole big board. So you have these decorative edge banding, which looks freaking awesome. It really does. I think I'm gonna really like this one. I don't think I'm gonna want to sell this one or give it away. Even though it's striped, I kind of like the random patterns better, but this is just freaking awesome. It's huge. It's a big board. Big board. I think it needs to go through the planer because I deliberately, the maple's the thickest part and it's a little thicker than the board. So I could really get the top flush and not worry about the bottom as much. So I deliberately made this maple a little bit thick. So I gotta take it off. Spalting, that's the word. Spalting. Actually, spalting is a disease. That really isn't spalting. That's peppered or something. Spalting is when the disease gets in there and stains it. That's not disease. That's just the natural look of the board. There is a word for it though. But no, that wasn't spalting. That was I can't remember. There's a name for it. It's when the green changes direction. Spalting is like you say, it's a fungus in there, and it discolors the wood, and it basically spalting is damaged wood, but it holds together. That's actually where the green like changes directions and everything. Um, I want to say marbling, but it's not. But it's something like that. But anyway, this puppy needs to go through the planer and then get the edges cut off. Let's run it through the planer. We're gonna make lots of noise now, boys. Ooh, can this go through the planer? It might be too fat. Oh, it should just make it. We're gonna find out. I mean, it is right there. Oh, looks like it'll fit. Oops, I'm going the wrong way, dumbass. I gotta fix this too, because I'm not gonna be able to be doing this in the middle of the winter. Gotta have a different way to vent it. Might hit this time. It's gonna go a little bit lower. I don't know if you can hear me. There it is. You pop the circuit. That's pretty. That is gorgeous. Simply gorgeous. Running out of the way of the garage door. Looks that way. Close that because it's yucky outside. That is purty. Simply purty. Very purty. God, that's very nice. Then you got this edge, which I can clean off right here with a couple passes. I gotta find a stool or something and get rid of that chair. It's my old chair from in my room that the piston broke. And I bought a new chair and I brought it out here to throw it out and it never got thrown out. And now I'm using it. Look at that, huh? Ain't that pretty? Can you guys even see that on the camera and all the colors? It's gonna be one nice cutting board. I actually should go one more on top, but I can sand that out. This cherry's a little bit lower than everything else. And then I gotta run this edge to the table saw. Actually, that's pretty clean. Maybe I'll just run it over the jointer like the other one. Normally you run it through the jointer and then just run it on the table saw. I'll get a smoother edge. That way I can measure it up and get it exactly the same too. I kind of want that. Tape measures in my pouch. I gotta get used to this. Let's see. We have exactly 1 inch and exactly 1 1/8 of an inch. So that's an easy one. Come on, chair, stop rolling away. The other thing is I got the garage floor. It's pitched 4 inches down. So the chair, I put the roller skate wheels on it instead of regular chair wheels. And now it just likes to roll downhill. So I take about that much off of it. We put the vacuum on there. And chop it up. more than that. That didn't do it. I'm cutting the right side out. It didn't quite do it. That should do. It might not be enough still. But I think it is. I think it's good. One inch. This might actually still be the hairy bit. Well, it's 1 inch there and like a 30 seconds off there, so I'm good with it. No one will ever see that. What do you think? Is it awesome? I think it's awesome. I think it's stupendously awesome. Cut the length. Now that I got all comfortable in my chair. Let's cut her down. Get her all square and pretty. Not that this thing cuts perfectly square, but I haven't squared this thing in a while. That should just about do it. That's pretty. That's really pretty. Actually, I want to do it this side so they're both the same. If it's out the same. One fancy ass cutting board. That's a monster too. The end grain. I love looking at these. Wish I could do something with these. They're just cool. I don't know why I love the little cutoff so much, but I think they're freaking cool. This is a big board. How big does this one end up being? Because that's pretty much it. It needs to stand in 1 foot exactly, like right on the button, which is surprising, by 18 and 15 sixteenths. So basically a foot by 19 inches. That's a pretty big board. That's a big board. Big board. Big board. I like how the wood glue breaks instead of the glue joint. Every time. It means the glue's holding. And you can burn this glue. I let my neighbor burn all these scraps. That's why I throw them in this box. Because she likes the kindling. Although I've been giving her a lot lately. She's like, no more! Because I think she's got too much. Because she really hasn't been burning. I got one knot hole in this. Damn it. That'll have to be the bottom. Oh, it's supposed to be the bottom anyways. I did that deliberately. Look at that, huh? That is pretty. Let's see what it's going to look like all with finish on it. You ready for this? Give it a cleaning. That's basically what it's going to look like finished. And ow, there is a cut there because I just got the rubbing alcohol in it. The only thing I got to be careful with, come to find out, is this very thin orange streak here is Padauk, and rubbing alcohol pulls the color out of it, and it will do like those rags did and stain the maple. It doesn't stain the walnut and the cherry. but it like pulls the orange right out of it. It's very orange too. So I gotta watch out with the rubbing alcohol. Water doesn't do it, but rubbing alcohol does. But I always like to hit it once with rubbing alcohol because two reasons. It basically sterilizes the wood. It pulls the natural wood oils out. It dries the wood better. It cleans. It raises the grain. All like water does without drenching the board. You add water to it, and you're wetting the board down, so you got to let it dry longer, and blah blah blah. This dries out a lot faster. There is two disadvantages to using rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol not only bleeds this orange, it also dissolves the glue. So if you put too much on there, you can literally unglue your board. But it dries really fast. That is one big mother. Leave it up in the air so the bottom gets a little air and let it dry out. That is going to be awesome. I like this one a lot already. It's very simple and plain, but awesome. Very, very awesome. It's got Wingate and Padauk and walnut and maple on the sides. And it is just simply awesome. And it's walnut, maple, purple heart maple, walnut, cherry, and then the banding. And it is party. And holy crap, it's 11:15 already. Where has this day gone? Let's clean up some crap. Little cleanup time. Put some stuff away. Let the brush drip dry. Put the scraper away. Put the thing away. Put the sander away. That is going to be one really nice board. Got to put the angles on it and the handles on it. She's going to be party. Very purty. Okay, everyone's over on freaking YouTube now, and no one's talking on the Twitch side anymore. Is that the deal? Because you guys were all awesome and killed my little bot, freaking idiot. The idiot bot dude that trying to sell porn or whatever. I just don't. I don't get how those things work. It's like, why? I can't imagine anyone actually following those links and like making them any money. I mean, I guess somebody must, but I just don't get it. But that's life. It is what it is. Yep. That's a pretty fancy cutting board there, boy. It's big. It's a big one. I think I want to do another big one like that, but like all dark colors, no real light colors. Maybe a pinstripe here and there of the light colors. Tito's. That freaking Padauk. The alcohol got off. I don't know if you can see it on my finger here. But the alcohol pulled some of the color off when I did the edge. And I had a little bit of glue here. Of course, it soaked into the glue. And now I got Cheetos colored fingers. Because that's what everyone calls that Padauk. They call it Cheetos dust. And it's really, really bad for you. I should be wearing a mask cutting that and the Wingate, to be honest with you. These are like super, super, super bad for your lungs. The Wingate and I mean, walnut isn't great either, but the Wingate and the Paduke are like really bad for your lungs. The Purple Heart's not as bad as the Paduke is. It's like it can give you like all kinds of cancers and crap. There's all kinds of bad chemicals in it for your lungs. It doesn't hurt you to eat it. It's if it gets in your lungs or some, I don't know, something about it getting in your lungs. Viking, what's up? Everyone's over on Twitch. Viking, go to Twitch. The only reason why they were on YouTube is because we had a porno dude, and I started streaming on Twitch because I just hit the button and didn't cancel it. Not that it matters. I don't really care. What's up, Mr. Viking? How is life? What else do I got to do? I got everything I wanted done already. That was like my major thing. I didn't think I was gonna get it all done by lunch. I do want to do something with that when I just glued up. I gotta figure out how to do a curly. I want to do an inlay with curls in it. I want to curl it. I want to make it curly, curly, curly. So I got two more charcuterie boards done. This thing's pretty much done. I mean, it's got all the finishing stuff, but the basics are done. And I kind of like it a lot. I actually like that a lot. I almost wish I hadn't have put so much maple in it. Wish this one of these were something else. A little darker. Maybe another cherry. Might have put cherry here. Or here, if they got cherry there. The minute the cherry darkens, it looks better. Ah, well. It is what it is. It is 11:15 in the morning. And crap. So I made that little cat moon thing. I don't know if you guys saw this. From my brother, because he's got some chick he's trying to date or something. I don't know. Some girl he's hanging out with. He was thinking she'd like this, but then he's like, "It's not a clock." It's like you said not to make it a clock. They originally said, "Don't bother with the clock. Just cut it." They originally made it. This is the same thing without the moon. I did a cribbage board for, and the cat's reaching up for the little ball of pins. But he's like, "I'll put a moon up there and make it a thing." So yeah, he's supposed to be coming over here at some point today, but I haven't heard from him, and he hasn't been feeling great, so he may not be coming over, which is fine. If he wants to, he can. If he doesn't have to. I think he's going up to Boston next weekend to hang out with his kidlets, which is cool. The Wingate is nice on the end, and I was just saying how I wish this was darker, but this almost looks better to me. The light side. I don't know. I like them both. It's a big board. It's a big board. Ah, boy. It is what it is. It needs to be run through the router table and all the edging done. And the router table is just covered in crap. I'm really not in the mood. I might do that after lunch. I'm gonna go in and make mom lunch. What other little thing can I do real quick? Not much. I can detension the bandsaw because I always forget to do that. That way my blade doesn't wear out. And that's about it. Maybe a little vacuuming before I go in. They made a big mess. I cleaned everything up yesterday, and I made a big mess today. It did. Getting coffee. Coffee's good. That's a good idea, Kilroy. Get a coffee. Viking has transported to Twitch because he's a transport. Because, yeah, coffee's good. I think I'm going to kill it in about 10 minutes. or 5 minutes. That'll be a 2-hour stream, which is good. Great, now I need coffee. Everybody needs coffee. What's up, Groggy? I'll hang out a little bit. I have a half hour till lunch. I was going to do a little cleaning, but I might not. Maybe I'll just hang out. Bullshit. Hang out and bullshit. I could clean off the frickin' router table and router the edge of this. I gotta put the handles in it too. What should I do? I've been doing it with the hand router, and then I'm debating on whether I actually like the router table or not. But I gotta move the vacuum port on the router table. My brother's got it pushing forward. I got that from my brother. He's got the vacuum port forward, so when you stick the vacuum in it and you feed a long board through it, it hits the vacuum, which makes absolutely no sense. Maybe I'll do that right now. That's a plan. Let's fix the router table. Let's do that and drop everything I'm trying to clean up at the same time. So the vacuum head can go over here for now. I got crap everywhere. I gotta clean up all this crap. I just cleaned this all up yesterday. This is all just last night and this morning. I gotta get rid of some of this scrapulations. I got a lot of scrapulations. Let's see, let's put all of these down here on the Purple Heart so I can dig the Purple Heart and have to disturb it all. You know I'm going to want the Purple Heart next just because I buried the Purple Heart. That's just the way of things. Big chunk of walnut. More chunks of walnut. And then some little bits of everything. Which I almost got a half a cutting board right here. Yeah. Let's drop that one. Pieces, parts. Okay. Router table. Get that thing out of the way. The hose is coming forward, which is stupid. I mean, it actually works pretty well, but when you plug it in, it's in the way. Makes absolutely no sense. So I either need to go back, which I can't do because this is in the way, or it needs to go down. And I don't have my glasses, so I can't see, but I'm pretty sure that's just the Phillips head. Just got up a little while ago trying to get my day started. I have been up for about 8 hours already. 7.5 hours. I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning. That would be me. So let's rotate this thing. Because where it is just plain stupid. And I thought this was just supposed to rotate in here, but it doesn't seem it does. Or maybe it's just jamulated. Let's rotate. Oh, it sort of does. There it goes. It was just stuckulated. So let's put it all back together. That was easy. Easy fix. I wish this wasn't in the way, because then I could put it back. But that's all right. Although I don't think this thing will stay in there now, because I've just been jamming this in there. And where this is TPU, I just jam it in there and give it a twist that stays. And it's actually staying. That's pretty cool. That'll work. That'll work. At least temporarily. Until I can make something better. Because you know me, I'll 3D print something better. I'll 3D print something to hang on there. I just haven't yet. And this whole thing has to go back. I might as well lock the feet down because I'm going to use it in a minute. And this thing needs to come out. And this thing needs to come up. What the hell's in my way? Oh, the level. That doesn't need to be there anymore. Unclippy. Unclippy. Come on, you go farther than that, don't you? You just don't. And wrenchy. I really need a router lift, but that's way too expensive. Oh, this, I need to get this a new one of those. This is just a cheapie, but these things have actually been working really well. Just cheapie freaking 30-degree bits. I got off Amazon to test this. I actually bought another one because it worked really well. That's in there. And then we bring this back. I don't really use it for this, but oops, I gotta put the insert back in there. But I think I need a bigger one because this blade is wider. I believe I have to go up one or two. Yeah, it's a little too wide actually. Maybe that other one would have worked, but that's all right. Not really that important, to be honest. That's as low as she goes. Let's see where it's hitting. Well, that's good for a first pass. Actually, I can bring it up a little even. We'll start with that. All right, it's going to get very loud because I'm going to run two machines. Thank you. Suck it all up. It's not perfect, but it does sort of work. All right, how high did that go? That went right to the bond. So the walnut isn't even cut. That's perfect. That's just what I was hoping it would do. So the next bout is to do both. So let's raise it up. This is kind of obnoxious. The router lift would be so nice right now. can't get your hand on there to raise it. Damn it. Is it bottoming out? I think so. Go up. Alright, what the hell are you hitting on? Don't want to go up. What's up, local maker? Well, that sucks, Froggy. Sleep's good for you. I'm not a big sleeper. I sleep like 4 hours here and there. Viking's the same way. He doesn't sleep. He crawls into his coffin. He's the same way. He don't sleep much either. All right. What's it bottoming out on, and why is it not adjusting? Take it right the hell out of there. Find out. All right. So, why is this thing not adjusting anymore? I need to bring it up, and it don't want to go up. It's like locked, and it's not making any sense, because that should release it. And they make this dial so you can't get your hand on it because it's up against the body, so you can't. This is a very old wash, but it's a really good saw. I mean, router. It just As a matter of fact, I think they still make this exact same model. Okay, why won't it release? Should be able to take this body right out of here when it's not releasing now. God damn it. There it goes. Alright. This thing should be way up here. Trying to get the release up. Way up here when I first put it in there. Needed a router lift. This is freaking obnoxious. That's the way it should be. Or I just reversed everything, but that's alright. I can get over that. Now I should be able to lower it. Oops, it's locked. That's why. There we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. I just had it set up wrong. So I want that wheel right on the edge of that orange Padauk. Right about there. And that should be just about perfect. Now I can put this back over here and get it even closer. So it actually sucks up the dust and dirt. There's a little hole right here, it sucks it in. So the closer it is, the more it picks up. And then let's cut it again. Hit the end so it doesn't fray. Hit the other end so they'll fray, even though it's 10 hit. They're afraid a little bit anyway. Yep, green red eye. I can see everything else. It's not terrible. I want this line, I don't know if you can see it, to be right on the edge of the Paducah and the walnut. It's very close. It's like an eighth of an inch away. I think I'm going to leave it though, because when I sand it, it always rounds a little bit and it'll look good. And that bit is struggling on the end grain of this already. So very close. Can I raise it just a little bit more? Let us find out. No, way. Ooh, I think I can. And I think I'm gonna give it a shot. Ah! What I was trying to avoid. God damn it. Always happens on end green. Would have been perfect too, but it blew out that corner. Blew out this whole corner. Gosh darn it. I don't know. Can you see that? It blew out the corner. Oh well. I'll deal with that later. How's it going, local? I think I already talked to you. Oh well. It is what it is. Got to deal with it. What email did I get? Says I got email. Escape motions. Goodbye. Delete. You don't need any escape motions. Ah, it's a major blowout too. That might be I gotta recut the whole thing and start over, which I'm not terribly concerned about because this is actually wider than I wanted it originally. So if I take a quarter inch or so off of here on both sides, I can fix that issue. It'll just be a half inch smaller in width. That's a major bummer because that's like a perfect lineup too. It's like right on the edge of the Paducah and the Walnut, like perfect, right on the edge of the Paducah and Walnut, right where I wanted it. Oh well. Could just round the corners off. I was actually thinking about doing that with this big one, anyways. Put a round over on it, round the whole edge. So just making it square. Another time, another day. I gotta go do lunch for moms. Real life, my real job, dealing with moms. My real life. She's in there watching TV. I'm sure she's gonna be begging for lunch in about 10 minutes. I don't even know what I'm gonna feed her yet. That's life. Anyway, well, that was fun. I'm gonna go now. Y'all have a good day. Well, normally you don't have to clamp scrap. Normally, if you go in and you back cut, which is kind of dangerous, but if something this big and heavy, it's not that hard to do. Little pieces I won't back cut. A lot of times I'll sand it or cut it with a knife first, so it's only taking out a little bit. But if you back cut it instead of feeding into it, if you back cut it, it won't chip out because you're taking out what would chip out first. But I didn't back cut it enough, I guess. Oh well, it's life. Y'all have a good day. I might be back streaming after lunch. I don't know. Depends on what my brother's up to and who's doing what and all that. Because I got more stuff to do. But y'all have a good afternoon. It's lunchtime. Gotta go make lunch. See you. Bye.